everybody. Today, just figured I'd show you another quick little update on the meat chicken area. And this is really starting to look like what I'm starting to call the chicken fortress. Alright, Fort Cluckington. The Cluckingham Palace. Take your pick. I like them all. But, as you can see, chicks are out here. Just brought them out here, like not even, like probably like 20 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago tops. Now, I did bring them out here a little bit yesterday, kind of get used to being out here and get some time while I was working on it, and see how they're doing. Have them try and see that I didn't miss any holes. And yeah, so essentially the brooding area, I went real simple. A lot of these walls are kind of like doubled thick, so you got a pallet on the outside, and now in this case particularly, this is an entire extra pallet kind of tucked here, which creates this lip for the night lid, this extra wood that'll go down and help secure it. But I just took some 2" by 4" fencing, and now this is in the bottom and attached to the bottom of this pallet and the bottom of that pallet, and so that's secured in. So if anything tries to dig from the outside and make its way in, it'll encounter that chicken or that fencing and not be able to get through and get to the chickens. And see, other than that, I went just real simple. Single roosting bar for them, up closer to the light, but still a good distance from the light, that they can spread out. I went with the bedding in here is probably 2, 3, 4 inches thick in some places, and that'll just be plenty of bedding for them for now. I'm not really sure how I'm planning on converting this into my coop, but this is also going to be a coop area. So as they get older, I'll take this front piece off, or we'll add a ladder, or whatever I end up figuring out what I'm going to do. I got to figure it out first. I just kind of take these things day by day as they come to me, and try and take each problem that I run into and solve it at a time, so that hopefully I don't have any long-term problems to run into. But you can see it's really solid, so there really shouldn't be any way for anything to get in here. No matter what side they try and get into the brooder, so far the chickens are safe, or the chicks. And then this was the tarp that was serving as their temporary brooder indoors. I've now just attached it so that they don't get drowned out in there. And really, as this is starting to come together, I'm realizing, man, I'm gonna got a place to store all my chicken stuff. Like, this isn't gonna get wet, because now it's protected from the rain. And so this is really starting to come together. I'm really starting to like this. You see chicks getting a little more space and getting the play through dominance. Now, you won't catch me saying the pecking order too much on this channel, because I don't really believe in the pecking order. I've seen no signs of the alpha chicken, right? They play, they fight, they wrestle, but when it comes to like these girls, you watch the Dominiques kind of press up on each other. Sometimes the Cinnamon Queens will press up on the Dominiques. The Dominiques will press up on the Cinnamon Queens. Like, there's no alpha chicken. Everybody just kind of presses on everybody. At least that I've experienced so far. Now, I don't know if you get into bigger flocks and tighter quarters, if the pecking order and an alpha chicken really starts to emerge. But through the research that I've done, and so what I've seen so far of these chickens, you gotta remember, so the Dominiques, we originally had 5 Dominiques. We lost 3 to raccoons. We've got the 4 Cinnamon Queens. And so these flocks were introduced together at different times, so you'd think that if they had established a pecking order between them and yada yada, like I said, it constantly switches. So the pecking order is less of a thing as much as, you know, chickens flex on each other. Some days chicken A might be alpha chicken, and the next day chicken B might be the alpha. So it's really hard to say a pecking order in particular. But you know, let's start flexing out on each other. Now they got the room. And really, so the next major steps, as you can see, is pretty much solid walled in. We got the fence on top. I've got this little patch here to gap. We've got to create the main front gate here, and then obviously patch in this side thing. But this is going to be my main gate area, and we're looking at about 4 foot wide, which will be plenty width to bring in and out materials, bring in and out shovel, wheelbarrow, tools, anything that I need to get in and out of there really easy. And as we expand this would be plenty of room for these 10 chicks to expand into full-grown chickens by the time we harvest them. And then, you know, we'll do 2 or 3 meat chicken runs a year in here. Anyway, and then eventually I'm going to cut a little chicken door here for them that I can, you know, open and close as I want them going in and out of it. And then that'll have an expanded run area for the egg hens to, you know, kind of expand. So in between, and maybe I can come in here and plant down some grass or some kind of cover crop for them, and then let it grow in a little bit, and then let them in here to graze it, you know, or whatever. A lot of options. Like I said, it's really starting to become my chicken fortress, and I see just a lot of beneficial ideas, and it's really cozy in here. So I'm really liking how this is coming together. This feels like an area that makes it really easy to come hang out with the chickens instead of just being stuck on the outside looking in. So I'm really liking how this is coming together so far, and I can't wait to show you guys how it looks when it's finished.